Welcome to the Greg Dean Q&A, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Dean of Comedy with us, Greg Dean. We already have people here eager to ask you questions about the business of comedy.
You're all welcome, and we're really glad you're here.
Well, let's get into this. Carla Marie is here. She has a question, Greg. She goes, Greg, I performed at a number of venues, okay, in the Valley. But how do I approach venues for bookings? What is the proper language and the verbiage? How do you speak to people? How do you sell yourself? What do you say?
Well, there's a couple approaches to getting work. Probably the most important one is networking with other comedians. There's a lot of information out there that's word of mouth, which clubs are worth working with, which clubs aren't. It's really getting to know a lot of people in the community. And then if you've got a good friend or whatever, they can give you a recommendation. But people really won't give you a recommendation unless you're good. So, be careful. So you want to make sure that you are ready for when you go and ask for one. You can submit to clubs. I've got a book out called the 10 Steps, 10 Steps to being a working comedian, and that covers that whole process. Because it's kind of the whole process of being a comedian, really, which is developing material, having 30 minutes worth of material, how to get a videotape, how to set up a business in your own home so you can start submitting to clubs, etc. Now, in the beginning, probably the best way to get some kind of work, to get more experience, is to find yourself a mentor. Find somebody who's a couple levels above you and start hanging out with them. Go see their shows. Then see their shows over and over again and start talking to them. And then from there, ask them if you can come along with them on, when they go somewhere, and then buy that gas or buy them dinner or buy them lunch, whatever the particular thing is. And then slowly ask them if they'll give you a guest spot at one of their gigs. That's a 5 to 10 minute spot where you get to go and do something. If you do really well, they'll give you another guest spot, maybe another one, etc. Then pretty soon you can work in it. If you're doing great, then find out if they'll let you open for them. And then from there, pretty much you're doing feature for them. Now you're up there doing 20, 25 minutes for them and looking good and showing up with a headlining comedian. So I had one particular guy was after taking the level 1 class, he was being a paid headliner within 1 year and 2 months. And they asked him, "How did you do that?" And he said, "Well, I pretty much just did everything Greg told me to," which he took that 10 steps to being a working comedian class that I had at the time. And there was a workbook and he just did it all. Especially the thing about the mentor. He got himself a mentor, and through that guy, he got better and better and better and got together and did writing groups to improve his material, etc. And then that mentor just kept helping him get better as they were friends. Okay. And now he's off touring the United States and doing cruise ships and doing corporate work. He's working all the time. So all of you can do that as well. It's out there. There is work out there, probably more for comedians than any other group in Hollywood overall. So, sitcoms and talk shows and game shows, etc., all want comedians, and they all have writers, and all those writers are former comedians if you know how to write good jokes. So the answer is, in the beginning, is networking, getting to know everybody you can and go to as many clubs as you can and meet as many people who work there, including all the people, the bartenders, everybody knows, they'll give you some good piece of advice about how to get into that particular club.
everybody's looking for spots all the time. Everybody's looking for spots. But if you want to perform at a venue, try to observe what they need. And you don't have to compete with people that need spots. Maybe they need an MC. Maybe they need a warm up. Maybe they need a lead laugher. What's a lead laugher? Well, Greg can tell you. But so you can also learn to do some other skills besides just being a feature comedian and add to what they need to help run the room a little bit better. So that will get you noticed as well.